Be me, 32 years old, Senior VP of Marketing for a fintech startup in Seattle. Currently sitting in a chalet in Aspen that costs more per night than most people make in a month. Outside, the snow is falling perfectly. Inside, the fire is roaring. Expensive wine in hand. Should be living the dream. Instead, I'm doom-scrolling Hinge while my two best friends argue about dinner reservations. Jessica is 34, twice divorced, currently dating herself. Morgan is 31, married to a hedge fund manager who is definitely sleeping with his assistant in New York right now. But we don't talk about that. We talk about how men are trash. Morgan pours more Pinot Noir. So what happened with that guy from last week, the architect? She asks. I roll my eyes. David? Please. Total waste of time. Jessica perks up. Did he ghost? Worse. He bored me to death. I take a sip. Took me to this hole-in-the-wall jazz bar. No VIP section. No table service. Then he spent 2 hours talking about sustainable urban planning. I checked my watch 5 times. When I brought up my promotion, he just said, "That's cool," and went back to talking about brutalist concrete. Zero emotional intelligence. Morgan shakes her head. Men are so self-absorbed. He was probably intimidated by your title. Exactly, I say. I need someone on my level. A power couple dynamic. David drives a Subaru and wears flannel unironically. I need a wolf, not a golden retriever. I swipe left on a guy holding a fish. Swipe left on a gym selfie. Swipe left on a guy who says he loves simple living. Disgusting. Simple living is code for I have no ambition, and I will drag you down to mediocrity. I match with a guy named Julian, 35. Private equity, 6'2". Photos in suit, skiing in Zermatt. No fish. No video games. Finally, send him a message. Aspen this weekend too? He replies instantly. Yeah? Club Caribou tonight? Assertive. I like it. See you there at 10. I turn to the girls. I think I found a winner. Fast forward 4 hours. I'm wearing a dress that cost $800. Hair done perfectly. Club Caribou is loud, dark, smells like expensive cologne and desperation. I spot Julian at the bar. He looks even better than his photos. Sharp jawline. Rolex Daytona. I walk up, expecting him to buy me a drink immediately. He smiles, gives me a half hug. Hey, you made it. He turns back to the bartender. 2 neat bourbons and a vodka soda for the lady. He didn't ask what I wanted, but vodka soda is skinny, so I let it slide. We start talking, or rather, he starts interviewing me. So, marketing. What's your ARR? What's your CKC looking like? I answer confidently. I know my numbers. He nods, unimpressed. Cute. Small scale, but cute. Excuse me. We manage millions in revenue. It's a growth phase, I say sharply. Sure. Whatever you say. He checks his phone. My buddies are at a table in the back. Come say hi. We walk over. 4 other guys in Patagonia vests and button-downs. They barely look up. Julian introduces me as, "This is Elena. She does marketing. Not VP. Just does marketing." I sit down. For the next hour, I am invisible. They talk about crypto. They talk about golf courses in Pebble Beach. They talk about which ski runs have the best powder. I try to chime in about a client I signed. Julian pats my knee. Babe, we're talking about real assets right now. Babe? We met 45 minutes ago. I stand up. I'm going to the powder room. He doesn't even watch me leave. I stand in the bathroom staring at myself in the mirror. This is what I asked for, isn't it? A high-value man? A wolf? Why does it feel like I'm just an accessory? I go back out. Julian is talking to a 22-year-old blonde girl. She's wearing a neon ski suit unzipped to her navel. He's laughing. Actually laughing. He never laughed at my jokes. I walk up to him. I think I'm going to head back. He looks at me, glossy-eyed. Oh, okay. Uber is easy to get here. You're not coming? Nah, night's young. Nice meeting you, Ellen. Elena. My name is Elena. I walk out into the freezing cold. Call an Uber. It's a surge price. $150. I don't care. Back at the chalet, Jessica and Morgan are asleep. I pour another glass of wine. Open Instagram. Post a photo of my drink by the fire. Caption, "Peaceful nights in Aspen." Standards high, head high. It gets 50 likes in 10 minutes. Comments, "Queen, goals. You deserve the world." Why does the world feel so empty then? Flashback to 3 years ago. Nate. Nate was a landscape architect. Sweet eyes. Rough hands. He loved me. Like, actually loved me. He built me a bookshelf because I mentioned I ran out of space. He'd cook dinner every Tuesday and Thursday. But he made $70,000 a year. We couldn't go to Tulum every quarter. He preferred camping to resorts. I started resenting him, told him he needed to be more ambitious, told him his friends were losers because they played Dungeons and Dragons on Fridays. I remember the night I ended it. We were at a nice restaurant I paid for. I told him I needed someone who challenged me, someone who was building an empire. He looked at me with this sad, pitying look. Elena, you're not building an empire. You're building a cage. I laughed in his face. Enjoy your mediocrity, Nate. I check his Instagram now. He hasn't posted in 6 months. Last photo is him and a girl with messy hair. They're covered in mud, renovating an old farmhouse. She's not even wearing makeup. But she looks radiant. And Nate looks strong. Happy. I block him. Can't have that negative energy. Next morning. Hangover from hell. We go to brunch at the Little Nell. Mimosas are $30. I complain about Julian. He was a narcissist, Jessica says, cutting her omelet. Classic avoidant attachment style. You dodged a bullet. Men like that are threatened by powerful women. They want a bumbo they can control. That blonde girl? She probably has 0 student debt because she didn't go to college. We all laugh. So what's the plan for today? Morgan asks. Shopping? I need new boots. We spend 4 hours walking around high-end boutiques. I spend $2,000 on a jacket I don't need. It gives me a dopamine hit for exactly 15 minutes. Then, the emptiness comes back. We decide to grab coffee. Sitting outside, people watching. I see a group of guys walking by. Mid-30s, carrying snowboards, laughing, pushing each other. They look rough around the edges. Beards, beanies, not my type. But one of them catches my eye. It's my cousin, Sam. I haven't seen Sam in 2 years. He used to work in tech in San Francisco. Burned out. Quit. Vanished. Sam. I yell. He stops, looks around, sees me. His face falls for a split second, then he smiles. Elena? Holy shit. He walks over. Introduces his friends. This is Mike, Dave, and T-Bone. T-Bone? Seriously? They nod politely and keep walking toward the lifts. Sam stays back. What are you doing here? He asks. Girls' trip. Living it up. You? Living here? He says. I work patrol on the mountain. Teach avalanche safety. That's quaint, I say. Are you still coding? Nope. Haven't touched a laptop in 18 months. But what about your career? Your stock options? He laughs. Cashed out what I could. Bought a small cabin near Basalt. I'm good, Elena. You look tired, he adds. I stiffen. I'm the VP of marketing now. I'm busy. It's called success, Sam. Right. Success. He looks at my $2,000 jacket, then at my half-empty mimosa. Hey, I'm grabbing a beer with the guys later at the dive bar. You should come. Catch up properly. The dive bar? Is that the name or a description? Both. Come by. No VIP list. He winks and runs to catch up with his friends. Jessica scoffs. Ski patrol? Talk about a step down. He was a senior dev at Google, I whisper. He threw it all away to shovel snow. Tragic, Morgan says. That night, we have reservations at Matsuhisa. But I'm restless. I'm gonna go say hi to my cousin. I tell the girls. Don't be long. We're ordering the omakase. I take a cab to the dive bar. It smells like stale beer and wet wool. Peanut shells on the floor. I spot Sam and his crew in a booth. They're drinking pitchers of cheap domestic lagers. Sam waves me over. Make room for the VP, he jokes. I sit on the edge of the sticky booth. So, I say, trying to be polite. What do you guys do besides slide down mountains? Mike, beard, scar on cheek, speaks up. I'm a welder. Dave, quiet, glasses, says, I write sci-fi novels, self-published. T-Bone says, I fix elevators. I try to hide my judgment. A welder, a failed writer, and a mechanic. And my cousin, the ex-Google genius. Don't you guys miss civilization? I ask. The culture? The ambition? Mike laughs. A deep belly laugh. Lady, I make $120 an hour fixing pipes people are too afraid to touch. I own my house. I ski 4 days a week. What am I missing? Status, I suggest. Legacy. Legacy is for dead people, T-Bone says. I'm trying to live while I'm alive. Sam looks at me. How's the dating life, Elena? You find your king yet? I bristle. It's a wasteland out there. Men are either intimidated or useless. I went out with a guy last night. Total narcissist. And before that, a guy who had zero drive. I just want an equal. Is that too much to ask? The table goes quiet. Sam takes a sip of beer. Define equal, you know. Someone who brings as much to the table as I do. Financially, intellectually, socially. So you want a guy who makes big money, is smart, and is charming. Yes. And what do you offer him? Sam asks. The question hangs in the air. Excuse me. I mean, if he's making big money, he doesn't need your money. If he's charming, he has friends. If he's smart, he has his own interests. So what do you add to his life besides a headache? I feel my face getting hot. I am a catch. I am successful. I am attractive. I am well-traveled. I'm not looking for a provider. I'm looking for a partner. Partnership implies you're building something together, Dave says quietly. Sounds like you just want a guy who looks good on your arm and pays for half the expensive dinners you pick. That's incredibly sexist, I snap. Is it? Sam asks. Elena, look at us. We're not rich by your standards, but we're happy. We don't deal with office politics. We don't care about quarterly reviews. And we definitely don't want to come home to a woman who treats us like an employee who's underperforming. That's why guys are checking out. We realize the game is rigged. The only winning move is not to play. So we move to the mountains. We ski. We drink beer. We sleep like babies. You call it giving up. We call it waking up. I stand up, furious. You're a bunch of losers justifying your laziness. You're afraid of strong women because you can't compete. Enjoy your peanuts and your pathetic lives. I storm out. My heart is pounding. I need validation. I go to Matsuhisa. The girls are there. Oh my God, you look shaken, Jessica says. My cousin is an idiot, I say. He practically attacked me. Said I bring nothing to the table. Morgan gasps. The audacity. Men hate it when they can't control you. He's just projecting his own failures onto you. Exactly, I say. He's a ski bum. What does he know about real relationships? We order $400 worth of sushi. I take a photo. Story caption, unbothered. Flourishing. But I can't stop hearing Sam's voice. What do you add to his life besides a headache? 2 days later. Still in Aspen. I match with another guy. Christopher? 38, consultant. We meet for coffee. He seems normal. Nice, actually. We talk about travel. He mentions he likes hiking. I love hiking, I lie. I like walking on flat trails in designer gear. He mentions he's looking for something serious. Me too, I say. I'm tired of games. I want someone who knows what they want. He nods. I agree. I've been single for 2 years, just working on myself. That's great, I say. So what are your non-negotiables? I ask. I have a list of 20. He thinks for a moment. Peace, he says. That's it, yeah. I have a high-stress job. I manage crises all day. When I come home, I want peace. I want kindness. I want a home that feels like a sanctuary. I don't care about her job title. I don't care if she's famous on Instagram. I just want someone who is pleasant. Pleasant? The word offends me. So you want a Stepford wife? I ask, voice dripping with sarcasm. He looks at me, surprised. No. I want a partner who isn't constantly at war with the world. Someone who doesn't view every interaction as a power struggle. Someone who can just be. He checks his watch. I actually have to run. Meeting some friends for first chair? He stands up. It was nice meeting you, Elena. Good luck. He leaves. Didn't ask for a second date. Didn't try to sleep with me. Just vetted me. Saw it wasn't peaceful and walked away. I sit there with my lukewarm latte. Why is everyone saying the same thing? They must be wrong. It's a systemic issue. It's the patriarchy fighting back against female empowerment. That's the only explanation. I text Jessica, another dud. Said he wants a pleasant woman. Basically admitted he wants a servant. Jessica replies, gross. Bullet dodged, babe. I leave the coffee shop. Walking down the heated sidewalk, I see a couple sitting on a bench. It's Nate, my ex, Nate. He's here? He's holding hands with a girl from the photo. the messy hair girl, except her hair is clean now, braided. Dye-using stad. She's wearing a generic North Face jacket. Not expensive. Nate looks thick, in a good way, muscular. He's laughing at something she said. He kisses her temple. A look of pure, unadulterated adoration. A look he used to give me before I critiqued his salary. I freeze. Should I say hi? Show him how well I'm doing? Show him my $2,000 jacket? I start to walk toward them. Then I hear them talking. I'm so glad we skipped the fancy dinner, the girl says. That pizza place was amazing, right? Nate says. Best dough I've had in years. And we saved like $200. She laughs. More money for the nursery, Nate says. Nursery? She's pregnant? I look closer. Under the puffy coat, there's a slight bump. Nate puts his hand on her stomach. I can't wait to meet him, he whispers. I feel like I've been punched in the gut. Nate wanted kids. I told him, maybe when I'm 35 and make VP. Well, I'm VP, and I'm 32. And he's having a baby with a woman who eats pizza and wears old coats. And he looks happier than I have ever felt in my entire life. I turn around, walk fast, almost run back to the chalet, burst through the door. Morgan is doing a face mask. Hey, how was coffee? I ignore her, go to my room, slam the door. I stare at my reflection. Perfect skin, perfect hair. Expensive clothes. I am the prize, I say out loud. I am the prize. It sounds hollow. I sit on the bed, open my journal app, start typing a new entry. Men are intimidated by my success. Nate settled because he couldn't handle a woman with ambition. He chose the easy path. That girl is probably boring. They'll be miserable in 2 years. I am better off. I have my freedom. I have my career. I don't need anyone. I type furiously, reinforcing the narrative, constructing the walls higher. If I stop typing, the truth might get in. The truth that Sam was right, that Christopher was right, that I am bringing a resume to a love affair, that I am trading warmth for cold, hard status. My phone buzzes. It's a text from my mom. Saw your photos. You look beautiful, sweetie. Are you seeing anyone special? I stare at the screen. Type back, too busy with work, Mom. Career is exploding right now. No time for distractions. Send. I lie back on the Egyptian cotton sheets. The room is silent. Deadly silent. I open Hinge again. Filter. Height. 6'0". Plus. Income high. Swipe. 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 Kevin, 34. CEO. Looking for a partner in crime. Match. Hey, Kevin, love your profile. Are you in Aspen? I wait. The 3 dots appear, then disappear, then appear again. Hey, Elena. Yeah, here with the boys. Probably just chillin' tonight, though. Maybe catch you next time? Rejected. Soft rejected, but rejected. He chose chilling with the boys over me. Just like Sam, just like Julian. I toss the phone aside. Go to the living room. Jessica and Morgan are drinking champagne. To us, Jessica toasts. 2 strong, independent women who don't need men. I force a smile. Clink my glass. To us. The champagne tastes like vinegar. Outside, the snow keeps falling, covering everything in a perfect, cold, white blanket. Buried, just like my chances. But I won't admit it. Not today. Not ever. I pull out my phone. Selfie with the girls. Filter. Glow. Caption. The best love is self-love. Guy Dewson. #Aspen. #boss. Babies #. No settling post. Wait for the likes. They are the only warmth I have left. End of story.